right. At this point, I just feel like Cassie is intentionally trying to get on my nerves personally per episode. More so than the last. Like, why, Cassie? Why? Cal. Goddamn Cal. I see you, Cal. Slow 80s clap for Cal. Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Euphoria episode 4. Oh my goodness, can we get any more reckless than episode 4? Of course we can, because it's Euphoria, but boy did we come close this episode to everybody being super reckless. Before we get into the shit, I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things. Why? Everybody is just off their rocker this episode. Just Curious George all through this episode. Like, everybody needs to simmer down just a little bit. You're at a 10. I need you to come back down to a 2.
Go back.
You guys have hopefully subscribed to see more of me. Let's get into this episode. We start off this episode with Jules and Rue, and Jules about to lick herself into submission like, girl, I am trying my hardest to give you your life. Meanwhile, we have Rue with these the pacing this episode and the aesthetics were so pleasing this episode. The whole throwbacks and callbacks. We have her envisioning Sleeping Beauty. We have Brokeback Mountain, the Titanic, Ghost. Like, Rue was really out here taking it there, but I think it was more so her high and what she was envisioning because she was so high. Because her being down there was not doing anything for her. As I said last episode, Rue does not get her high sexually or, having an orgasm. That does nothing for her. She has no interest there. She really gets her life when she is high and doing those drugs. But since she's, I'm just so passionate and I just can't hurt Jules' feelings, I'm gonna fake an orgasm. Boy, was it fake. It was like the fakest of, girl, why every time somebody gotta fake an orgasm on TV, they gotta go above and beyond? All you gotta do is do a little bit. Just do a little bit. It would have been done. It would have been done. But after we leave the most quiet head ever, oh my God, it's so amazing. What is it? It's amazing. Did I tell you it was amazing? It wasn't. And Jules knew it wasn't, which is why she took her happy ass over to Elliot with the quickness to, share the tea. Like, I just feel like it was fake. And like, the whole thing with the relationship that they're building, Jules is asking for trouble. Like, Elliot has made it very clear last episode, his intentions and how he feels about her. So the fact that they're bonding, she's confiding sexually, they're taking turns, low-key foreplay. He's, don't do it like this, do it like that. And you don't know how to give head and I can do it better. Still so much of that sexual tension. And you see that their bond is getting stronger and stronger with the more time that they spend together. Like, I see you, Elliot. I see you, bruh. I see what you're trying to do. I see you too, Jules. You ain't slick. Kissing. I honestly wasn't surprised at all. I expected this from Elliot and from Jules. The attraction was just there. And you see very much so that this is not Elliot's first rodeo. It's like, Rue's coming. Let me just tuck my stuff and go on my way. Like, Elliot does not really care either way. Then we get into dumbass Cassie. We get into Cassie. I need to put that on a shirt. Dumbass Cassie. We get into Cassie and the crybaby and the whining of it all. I am so over Cassie crying every fucking episode. Oh my God, I can't do this. They answer the phone. Like, girl, pick a struggle. pick a struggle. I'm so overseeing that shit from her every single episode. But we also have her putting on a straight face to plan a birthday party for Maddie at her house. Of course, you know, her mom has to be the cool mom and allow them to drink and engage in whatever excess they want to because it's Maddie's birthday. But we can't even see past Nate's ass. Like, I'm just so in love with you. I want to be with you. And I do not mess with Nate in no way, shape, or form. He is nobody's favorite character. But in that moment when he called Cassie out on her shit, much like the previous dude did last season when she was in that bedroom, it's like, oh no, I can't do this. Like, I'm a good person. Like, no. You are not who you think you are, Cassie. You are trying to hold yourself to a standard. And I would have never engaged in anything with you if I had known that you guys were going to get back together. This makes it different. It was different from the very beginning. This has been your best friend's boyfriend for years. This was never going to be in okay situations. But she's trying to soothe and pacify herself. And I'm good and I'm still that. No, you are not that, Cassie. You have not been that for a very long time. The moment you decided to lay down with Nate, you did not like... And then she tries to blackmail him. Like, you can't blackmail me into like, oh, if you don't do this or try to be with me, I'm gonna tell Maddie. Girl, do it. Do it. I don't care. Like, I love that he called her out because Cassie at this moment is delusional. It's like, oh, you haven't seen crazy. Like, I can be crazy. Like, what are you expecting to get out of this situation? What exactly do you want him to do? I'm here. I'm with you. We've been having sex. We, have been smashing since the party. But at this moment, I'm still seeking Maddie. Now, getting into him seeking Maddie, I very much think at that point, it was solely for the diss. You have Maddie having moments of confiding in Nate, and it's just like, well, it wasn't just our toxic relationship. I actually loved you. I loved you, Nate. I really care about you. And Nate's just like, yeah. Oh, really? That's what's up. Like, he's not really engaging with, we have not seen them engage much in a sexual way, a romantic way. All of that passion that they have for each other first season, that shit just seems gone. And it just seems like he is just trying to keep up that facade for that diss, but he can't tell Cassie that. So it's just like, well, yeah, we're talking and we're doing this, but I don't love her. I'm not in love with her. I want to be with you. I love you, Cassie. He's just kind of playing both sides, but I feel like at this moment, he's more so into Cassie. But you're never really sure with Nate. This could just be a whole plot just to fuck up their whole friendship. You never know. Nate is a sick individual. Now, we also get into Lexi. We all know that Lexi is sitting on that play. And at this point, with everything just kind of remaining a secret and her watching everything constantly all the time and typing away, you see her talking to Cassie, and in turn the same words are being used for her play. She is literally using everything verbatim and just changing the names. Like, I don't know how this is going to go, but whatever it happens is going to blow shit up. But I feel like everybody is low-key underestimating Lexi. Nobody watches her, peeps her, thinks twice of, what is she doing? What's going on? But whenever that play comes out and she lays everybody's shit out, all hell is going to break loose. Like, some shit is going to hit the fan because Lexi watches and knows everything. I feel like if anybody knows what's going on, what's really going on with everybody, whether it's Maddie, Nate, Rue, she knows it. She knows everything. Watch your back. Lexi, yo Lexi coming, yo Omar coming. Lexi is coming with the play. Shit's gonna go down. Now, getting into the pacing, we have Cal being absolutely reckless. He's drinking. I love how, because Nate just low-key wants Cal to die. Like, you be safe out there. You don't die out there. Like, as if you would care. But we have him on his whole roller coaster of recklessness. Then we get into Rue, Elliot, and Jules. It was just like, why? Like, what was going on there? I didn't understand why Jules were projecting her own feelings for Elliot off on Rue. Like, oh, she has a crush. Oh, lick me here and there. Are you jealous? Do you want, like, no, she's not jealous. Unless you got some drugs in your belly button, Rue does not care. That's not going to do anything for her. And they have this stupid truth or dare reckless shit happening, and that escalates into them going to steal some liquor. I'm like, really? Y'all gonna steal some liquor? Meanwhile, Fess owns a whole corner store that you could go through and probably get all the liquor that you want to. Do y'all not have money? Like, that whole stealing scene, like, I just didn't care for it. It just looks so stupid. But for the most part, I was really focused on of course, Elliot and Jules' interaction, because they're clearly, you know, being sneaky and stealing little kisses here and there. We just know what that's going to escalate to. But we have Rue. Rue is just a hot mess immediately when it comes on. Like, we don't have a moment of her being like, she's high, ooh and I, and as soon as it come on, like, she's been high from the very beginning. She has not hit pause. We have her going to the bathroom a couple of times. Like, she is just indulging in those drugs. You know, those drugs from that case. Pop ashtray to anybody in my comments from the last video who dared to tell me that Rue was going to try to sell those drugs. Rue had no intention of selling those drugs. Like, hey, this is how we do it. Sha-na-na-na-na. We got into the party. We got into why, I don't know why, out of all people, Maddie, in the condition that Cassie is in, why would you try to host anything for your friend? But you see the facade slowly falling. We have had Kat and Maddie spending more time together and kind of confiding in each other. You still have Kat here this episode. I just hate Ethan so much. Like, girl, goddamn, what the boy ever do to you? She's equating him to everything that's wrong with her in this moment. But I feel like it's like, I don't hate him. I hate the fact that I'm not indulging in how great he is and him being a good boyfriend. I'm not satisfied. I'm lacking in some way. I'm unhappy with myself, and she's just dealing with that. But you have them getting closer. You have Cassie just distancing herself. You can tell that Maddie can tell the difference. You have her having moments like, what's going on with you? What's wrong? She is so emotional. Cassie is her own downfall. She is constantly an emotional wreck, a whole train wreck, like every single episode. And it's getting really tiring just to watch it. Like, ma'am, do something different. You pandering, pounding, crying, following. Oh my God, I'm just thinking. That is not going to help. When does that ever help you? When has that ever helped you? Ever? Where's McKay to deal with these problems? When has this ever helped you? This is not going to help you. He is not going to just drop. He showed up here. Now, I can't give Nate that. He did show up there with the Tiffany's gift, and he's not being flaunty. It's not like conniving Nate, like, yeah, I'm trying to play you both against each other. It seemed like he was just trying to put up a facade, like, let me just act like I'm cool with Maddie. Of course, it's her birthday. Why wouldn't I bring her a present? Let me just leave. Like, no, I want you to stay. I want you to get in the hot tub. Like, it just didn't feel like old Maddie and Nate. But in Cassie's eyes, like, oh, they're about to get married. I just can't take it. Shut up, Cassie. Cassie is drinking herself into a whole stupor, and it's reflecting with Cal and his situation. She puts on a whole hot pink swimsuit number and comes out with the titties. Like, if I don't have nothing left, as Cassie, I got my titties. Look at me. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Taking our intelligence for granted as far as Rue looking and being sober. Like, where does she ever look sober? She looks like a junkie. She looks sluggish. She looks slow. She looks bad. Like, that whole thing now, because the whole pending or the secret within their friendship is that, well, nobody knows. Rue, as far as everybody's concerned, besides Ali, Rue sober. You really think that oh God, it's amazing. You really think that zombie, that brain dead zombie, is sober? Where would you ever think that, Jules? You're smarter than that. But she just lets it slip out a little bit more. She's drinking. She's getting more and more intoxicated. She's getting irritated. Like, I don't want to be here in this car, in this moment, in this backseat. I really could care less about this thrumple. I want to go get high. My drugs are calling me, at which she is dropped off. Now, after we have a lot more of Cal riding around reckless, trying to recapture his high school glory days, like, I wish Derek was here. We have more of Cassie being a jealous mess, hot ass mess to, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? No, he does not, Cassie, because he don't even know what he wants. Does he want you to wish his girlfriend was hot like you? Cassie, simmer down. We get into Rue getting into what she really wants and what she really cares about. Those drugs. She takes a nice freaking handful of drugs and she just literally drifts off into Euphoria. But it was more so like the upper room. We're going to get into her drifting off. I just didn't know what that was at that second, but she she's just so fulfilled taking those drugs out of that case. And I definitely don't feel like that was the first time. Like, this is what she's going to be doing. What are you going to do when it's gone? I think we're going to have a situation with her going to check the case. Like, oh, I've just been taking a little bit here and a little bit there. And then it's going to be half, and then it's going to be pretty much nothing. What are you going to do when you use up all those drugs, Rue? What are you going to do? How can you even use up all that? It's $10,000 worth of drugs, Rue? Really? You ain't got no money? Now we have the stories continue to intertwine, but we get into Cal recapturing all the nostalgia. He wants to go back to that moment he felt like he lost and everything changed for his life, and he makes his way back to that bar. All the music in Cal's little section was bopping. When he got into that In Excess, I was like, bent, hey, I'll so slide over here, and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know I'm lonely. Come on, Cal, come through with the music. You have Cal finally make it back to that gay bar, kissing on dusty ass bar stools. But he is just out of it, and he just looks absolutely insane. He's just like, yes, this is the moment where my life changed. He's dancing with a stranger, envisioning that it's his best friend, Derek. And it's just like, oh yeah, I'm getting my fucking life. You want to wrestle? No, I'm not Derek. He is just off his rocker. Like, he is insane. And I love that metaphor for when he actually got physically thrown out of the bar, and he's like, you can't do this to me. You can't lock me out. Like, I can't be locked out of my life again. This is where things changed for me, and I got locked out with Marsha and the baby. You're locking me out yet again. This is where I need to be. This is what I want from my life. I want so bad to have a boyfriend. Like, let me in. I'm lonely. He was lonely. Help Cal. Cal's lonely. Then we get into Cassie being a whole hot ass mess. I love Nate's messy ass looking at Cassie through the window. Gonna ask Maddie, is she always like this? I don't know. You tell me. You the one screwing her. Like, Cassie is just, she's drunk herself into a whole drunk ass stupor. Once everybody gets in the hot tub, it is just like, oh, what's going on? I'm so happy. I'm so happy you guys are back together. It's just like, oh yeah, we're not back together. Back to the toxic ass Maddie and Nate. Like, they do not belong together. I can agree with Cassie there. Like, y'all ain't been back together for 2 seconds, and it's just like, which makes me feel like he has an agenda. Well, I'm gonna say that we're working on it while we're in this water. I don't need her having any confusion, but in my mind, the first thing to say is, well, we're not back together. I'm not checking for that girl. Where's the diss? And she's like, you don't get to say that. I don't like your tone. Maddie knows something is up. Like, you've never said that to me. You've never not given me an option for us to get back together. What are you suggesting with that? What are you not telling me? Like, she can tell, and he's this close to like just slipping and just getting caught up in his webs. Like, I know you, something isn't right. Cassie saves the day by puking, throwing up, Rieger exorcist puke, like all in the damn hot tub. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I ruined everything, I'm so stupid, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I just can't, Cassie, get off face, Cassie. Like, Cassie ruins the whole thing and saves everything at that same moment, but you just see Cassie diving deeper and deeper into her questionable behaviors. Like, why are you making these choices? Where is McKay? But after we leave Maddie feeling like, you don't get to break up with me, I break up with you. I tell you when this is over. Like, I don't want to be with you, but you can't be with anybody else. Just toxic. Everybody needs to separate. We get into Jules and Elliot. Was anybody surprised? Like, once we have her go back, she is really, really comfortable at Elliot's place. She's taking a shower. She needs a shirt. Showing off them little cakes. Put them cakes away, Jules. Ain't nobody asked for that. Like, Jules is low-key teasing and tantalizing and all of this other extra stuff. You just know what's about to pop off. She's trying to engage in that sexual activity. Like, I know something's off with Rue. Like, but we don't know Rue is high. Why are you drinking? What's wrong? Like, yeah, because liquor does that. But she knows something is off, and she is seeking attention elsewhere, and she's seeking it from Elliot. But Elliot is very clear at this moment about where his loyalties lie and who he really cares for. Because who asked him to keep a secret? Like, I know you. We're drug buddies. I just need you to keep from Jules that this is what we're doing, and we're straight. I will love you for life. Don't do that one thing. But no. he showed like, no, my loyalty is not to you. I really care for Jules. I feel like Elliot sees that mirror held up to his face with Rue, which is why he didn't engage with her in that way. Like, I feel like if we got together, we would be bringing out the worst in each other. But in turn, he sees the same thing in Jules that Rue saw in the beginning. That's someone who's nothing like me. She's bright, she's funky, she's smart, she's outgoing, she has no thoughts about drugs, she's stylish, she is like really cool. Like, this could be something. I really like this girl, so I'm gonna tell her. I gotta be honest, like, we've been doing Quaaludes, drugs, crack, and heroin, Adderall. I'm on Adderall. We've been doing everything. We've been doing everything. I've been doing it with her, but I just couldn't lie to you anymore. And she is so heartbroken. What? Rue is still doing drugs? No. Keep acting like Cassie. Yes, of course she is. She's just so hurt, but not hurt enough to take her ass home. Now, we also have a moment here. We have a brief moment here with Fesco and Faye. Faye's still there watching one of my favorite horror movies, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Faye's there, and we get some bad news courtesy of Mouse. Baby mama wants to know what's up. What happened to my baby daddy? He just fell off the face of the earth. Like, what's going on? Fesco hearts just drop, and we're just left to kind of figure out where that leaves him. We didn't get any aftermath with that. We'll see what happens with that in later episodes. Now we get into Rue and her going all the way off on her whole fantasy. She is, walking into a church. It was like she was ascending for a second. I was like, is she overdosing again? Like, I didn't understand what that meant at that moment. But we have her embrace her father. It was this whole episode was really beautiful, really well shot. But the guy singing and embracing her, it was really powerful. It was really low-key moving. But you just have her finally admit to herself that her drug abuse is an extension of her father, which we already knew, but Rue being Rue is trying to make it, I don't care. I would just be a drug addict just because, this is what I prefer to do. Like, no, it's much bigger than that. You have some demons that you have yet to deal with. But with how they were embracing and she felt like she was getting closer to him, I didn't know what that meant for the drugs or what happened to her in that moment, but I low-key felt like she overdosed. But she did not. She did not. She was just really high and felt like kind of an outer-body experience, and she just got closer to her dad. It was a fulfilling moment, but it was just like, she is really gone. We get into Cal's ass. We end off this episode very much with Cal. Cal is just sick of it. Like, I am about to expose myself and free myself all at the same time. Cal comes in. How he made it home, I don't know. Magical fairies. He is peeing, gets everyone's attention. Aaron, the older son, just pops up like he's just been like, where you been? Where you been? I'm gonna need the writers to do a better job of including you in all things the Cal house, because where have you been, sir? He just comes out and they're trying to figure out what's going on, and he just lays everything out bare. And I love the things that he said before that about him being an emotional being. Like, you guys don't allow me to be emotional. I've had these walls built up. I felt this way, since before you were born. I'm attracted to men. I'll sleep with men. I'll sleep with women. I'll sleep to whoever I want to. I'm, down low. I'm a creep. I'm an F word. I'm this. I'm that. I'm so many things. And I'm okay with that. I am what I am. I confess to that. But what about what you guys are? Like, Cal. I love that moment he was purging and freeing himself. It was slow claps for Cal. But he did not take any fault within, like, none of this is your fault. The way that your family is, that it's just bringing you down as a man. Like, I can't even be my true self. I'm, in secret. I'm cold. This family is cold. This is not a loving household. This isn't conducing to a good environment. It's just here. Who made that happen, Cal? Who made that happen? He did not admit or own up to anything. It's just like, I know who I am now. I know what I am. And I'm willing to just go and be that. I don't want to live this lie anymore. But you, all three of you. Like, when he got into Aaron, it was like, I saw some porn on your computer. You should just be. I was like, I thought it was like some child stuff. And it was like, yeah, it was some gangbang. And I was like, okay, like, whatever your preference is, your preference. Going in on poor Marsha about some poems and some letters she kept from an exchanged love. Like, yeah, and you even had a chat on Facebook. Like, none of this is equating or making up for the shit that you've done. Like, nothing is outweighing anything, Kyle. What are you trying to prove? You're just trying to lay everybody's shit out bare, which I understand. Like, I don't want any more secrets, any more locked drawers, any more closed. No more locked doors. I don't want none of that shit in this house. We're gonna be open. We're gonna be, this is free. I'm purging. And you, Nate, I was like, oh, I don't even know what's wrong with you. You're so dark. You're so quiet. You're so distant. Like, when he called Cal a mistake, I was like, ooh, like, don't project that stuff on Nate. Nate is the way he is, and it's I'm not gonna say solely your fault. It's damn near. Like, when are you gonna own up to that? Like, when are you gonna admit that you're so busy being how you are at this moment, this drunk mess, because you just can't take the fact that what you have done has damaged your sons, your marriage, everything. You have a lot of fault here. He acknowledges it, but just how he's just like, it's y'all fault that I'm like this. Like, what? It felt really like I'm blaming you guys. Like, it was never that. You didn't claim your time when you should have. You decided to marry Marsha and raise these kids and be on the down low and meet up at these hotels and just feel like you missed out on the best love of your life and that opportunity. Nobody made you make that decision, Kyle. You did, and you're regretting it now. You're still locked out. You're still on the outside of it. But we proceed to go take a picture. It's like, yeah, I'm leaving. Y'all can clean the piss up. I'm out of here. I see you losers. Like, where are you going, Cal? Where are you going, Cal? You gonna leave town? You gonna find Derek? Where are you going, Cal? I would love to know. I mean, not even to a conclusion. We have Rue. She's came down, I guess. We've had Elliot and Jules clearly sleep together, so we're gonna see what happens with that. We have Nate. Like, I really want to know what Nate's motivation is going to be now. All that hatred that he has pent up in his heart. Like, where is it going to lead to? That diss? Like, your dad is clearly very open to who he is and what he is. He's in acceptance. Like, everybody's shit is out. I hope that they don't try to chalk that up. Like, you know, he was drunk. He was having a night. Come on home. Like, no, you can't tell me Marsha don't know her husband. She knows she knows. She's had 25 years. That woman knows something. She's just been comfortable and complacent with that picture perfect life that they have. She knows something wrong with Cal. We also have Kat and Ethan. She is so over him. Like, don't do that, baby, like that. Come on, Kat. Like, Kat. I understand, though. We also have Cassie. Look like she's having some epiphany, like, moment. Like, oh, you know what? I've just realized that I can't change anything. I can't make Nate do anything. But what I can do, it looks like she's plotting to do something deviant, ruin their moment, lay some shit out. I don't know what Cassie's gonna do, but I'm sure whenever she does it, she'll be crying when she does it. You also have Faz looking pretty much terrified. Like, I don't know what's coming next as far as Miles is concerned and that murder. We don't know what kind of baggage is coming his way. Like, Faz always has to deal with some shit. Like, it ain't have nothing to do with him. Ain't nothing to do with him. He always has to pick up the pieces. Don't think that Rue in that case is very far removed from Fez. Like, they're connected. She's going to connect the dots. Somehow he's going to be at fault, have to save her, something. Like, they always land all their baggage at Fez's feet. All Fez want to do is sell his drugs and have a nice quiet life. He can't never have nothing. And we also end off with Lexi just looking like she is very much ready to put on a show, and I cannot wait to see that shit, because everything is just, it's gonna be really interesting. Well, you guys, that was my review for Euphoria episode 4. I really hope you enjoyed it. The show is getting good. Like, damn, we got so many episodes left. We have so many episodes left, and it's getting good. Like, this was like 6 episode good. Like, it's really good. I'm looking forward to the aftermath of all of this, and I'm really looking forward to Lexi's play, because I feel like it's gonna have whole revelations of, oh, that's what's been going on. Like, you can't just change some names, Lexi, and just think nobody's gonna know these characters. All those little blonde girls who auditioned look just like Cassie. But leave your comments below. I appreciate you guys for watching. I see you guys for my next video. Bye.